y'all? This High Time Reviews. We back with another one. It's Growing Up Hip Hop, Season 7, Episode 8, Romeo, Romeo. So we start the episode out with Denise and JoJo. JoJo basically coming in after the whole shit from between him and Buck. So he tells Denise what happened, and Denise is kind of like in shock, and she just like, well, what did he say? Well, he basically telling me that I need to control anything and everything that you do, and that I need to make you be okay with him. And Denise like, you can't do that. And JoJo like, I've been basically trying to tell him that. And he like, look, I wasn't about to keep sitting down talking to this man if he was supposed to be a boss, be a grown man doing this, that, and the third. But he turned around and threw ice on me like a fucking reject from Love and Hip Hop. So no. So Denise finally comes to the conclusion that she like, look, I'm gonna meet with him and figure out what happened with that and where's the disconnect between the two of us. And I'm like, all right, cool, maybe that'll work. I doubt it though, because Buck is stuck in his head. Like Buck, she calls this man Buck, and Buck basically on the phone giving very much. He ain't trying to hear shit she gotta say. Buck don't have no respect for Denise. Buck probably never wanted Denise. That's what it seemed like. Either that or he don't like anytime he ain't the one that she come to when she needs something. But my thing is, she has a man. Bro, that's not your girl. So at the end of the day, you want her to grow up and find a man that's going to take care of her. So what do you want her to be, a bum? You want her to have a bum-ass nigga so that she can call you and have all these problems, this, that, and the third? No, she's good. She's taken care of. She has 2 kids by this man, bro. You need to move on. You need to move on. But moving right along from them. So in the next scene, you got TT. Of course, her and Sean, they relocated to LA. So TT basically FaceTimes Egypt, and she telling her like, you know, hey, how you been, checking on her or whatever. And she ends up bringing up the fact that her and Sean are having like a house on her, you know, because they finally moving to LA. Now they having this conversation, and TT like, oh, I'm gonna invite you, but I just don't think Sean is in a place where him and Sam can be in the same spot at the same time. So mind you, she has already extended that invitation. As the conversation continues to go on, she's like, I'm here for you and the baby, but I just don't think that it would be a good idea if you came, considering I don't want to put you in a weird place where you got to decide between me and your husband. Bitch, you did that from Jump Street. You did that from Jump Street when you decided to sit there and invite her, but then turn around and say, oh, I don't think I should take the brunch off the table because I don't think Sean and Sam is in a place for that. Why the fuck did you bring it up? Y'all could have just had a regular ass catching up. Y'all could have just talked a regular conversation if you was going to sit up there and invite her to something, then turn around and uninvite her. TT, you're doing anything for camera time, and this shit is blowing the fuck out of me. Like, you're being weird. Like, you're being weird. So, in the next scene, Eric trying to get back in Aaliyah good graces because, nigga, you gambling your life away. So, he's basically set up this whole fucking dinner and got roses and rose petals and salmon and this and that all over the place. And, you know, Leah come in and Leah like, oh my God, you cooked my favorite, this, that, and the third. You know, he ends up telling her like, I understand that, you know, I've been spending a little bit too much time at the casino. She like, look, I get it. You gamble, we all gamble. We all got our vices. But what she's saying is, it's like at the end of the night, shit like that, when she wants to be held, or she wants to, like, you're not there because you would rather be in a casino. And my thing is, she ain't lying. She had to lock you out the house just for you to understand where she was coming from. So in my mind, y'all gonna have to figure this out, or at least come to some sort of compromise about how you split the time. Because just like I said last week, when you spend most of your day at the dispensaries working, then you got the afternoon with the kids, and then you spend your night times at the casino, how and where does Aaliyah fit? And that's what she said. So they end up coming to a compromise. Basically, he spent maybe 2 nights a week at the casino. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, that's probably how relationships are supposed to work, where you sit there and you figure it out. You like, all right, look, I'm not gonna cut you off for what you like doing, because then that's gonna make me seem like I'm like that spouse that don't want you to do nothing that you like to do except for what I want you to do. So she's willing to compromise, and they come to it and they like, all right, cool. Now he tells Aaliyah about TT's event, and he basically says, like, I want you to go by yourself, but I'm gonna come with a +1. It's actually a secret. Now Aaliyah wants to know who it is, and if I was easy, I wouldn't tell her shit, because She can't hold water. And for her to be sitting there talking about, tell me, I can keep a secret, bitch, that's a lie. Because I'm sure he told you about the whole shit with JoJo and Tanise just to keep it between the two of y'all, and you slipped up and told Tanise. So what makes you just like you were stirring the pot in that earlier episode this season? Aaliyah, some shit is better for you not to know, because I know for a fact if he told you what he had planned, you would somehow have a sit down with somebody and slip up and tell somebody. So at the end of the day, it's not, he ain't buying it. Like, so he don't tell her. He don't tell her. So on the next scene, you got Tanise meeting up with Buck. Now, when she get there, I feel like Buck had to call for backup because Buck got her brother there. See, Buck didn't know if Tanise was going to come by herself. So he had backup just in case. So Tanise brother there, Buck there. They sit down. Tanise basically like, why the fuck did you throw ice on my husband? Like, he's still beefing with her about the shit at the wedding, this, that, and the third. She like, instead of you being mad at JoJo about that, how about you come to me and ask me exactly why I didn't do that? She said to him, why would I have you give me away when you weren't respecting my union or the person that I had been with for the last 10 years? She like, I gave you grace by allowing you to give me away at the altar. You're mad because I didn't let you walk me down the aisle. She like, bro, we wasn't on them types of terms. So he's saying like, he don't care. He's saying at the end of the day, there's a respect level that he feel like he should get from her regardless. She's like, but where's the respect level for your grandchildren's father, like, or your daughter, like? And he basically ain't trying to hear it. He gaslighting her, basically ignoring the shit she talking about. Just basically brought her there for a scene. Everybody is being used and abused for scenes on this show, and this shit is crazy to me. Like, bro, that is your daughter, and you're literally fucking acting like a whole child on TV. Like, bro, stop it. Because here's the thing. Now, if she cuts you off for good, then you're really going to be mad. Like, she's literally trying to extend the island branch. And I feel like the fact that she got to do it on TV shows me that she's already tried. And now she's just hoping that the cameras make a better effect on the situation than anything she could have ever done. Which, again, is weird. So, that conversation between them gets nowhere. Tanise ends up fucking leaving. And I don't blame her, because how long is you gonna sit there and let somebody just basically keep wilding you out and basically at your grown ass age trying to put you in a child's place? Because I feel like that's all Buck be trying to do, is put her in a child's place. Remind her that he's the parent, she's the child. So she's a child with children. She's good. She don't have to even keep sitting here having this conversation with you, let alone keep trying to make shit right. Like, no, I wouldn't. Next scene, you got Egypt and Sam driving to his court case, and you know, Sam basically like testy as shit because he felt like Egypt took too long getting ready, so now there's a possibility that they late. Sir, y'all should have left 3 hours in advance regardless. Nigga, you live in Vegas. You live in fucking Vegas. What made you think that like it was about to be a swift trip any fucking way? Yeah, and then y'all live deep in the desert. So, nigga, no. Like, so you know, they get there, they like, all right, they must have hit a little bit of traffic, so he asks the driver, he like, how far are we? He like, we 5 minutes out. He turns to Egypt and say, see, there's your fault. She like, look, I tried to do my makeup in under 5 minutes, this, that, and the third. They finally pull up to the courthouse, Sam run in. So in the next scene, you got Cree, Aaliyah, and Tanise meeting up. And one thing I can say about Cree is going to bring up a family situation. Cree literally sat right down. It was like, how's that relationship going with you and your dad? And, you know, just like I said, Cree told her the real. She like, even with the situation with me and Luke, she like, they always gonna want you to remember that they're the parent. And I'm just like, that's cool. That is cool. Like, but they still have to respect you as an adult. So Cree saying it straight up, she like, look, we're the child. So at the end of the day, I'm not about to grovel to my own parent. Like, she feel like there should be a compromise between the two of them. And the next thing, you got TT and Sean setting up for the event. It's about to be a Jamaican theme in LA. Sean giving very much, well, if that's going to be the case, if we're going to have a Jamaican theme in LA, why not just have it in Jamaica? And she like, TT like, well, I'm like Jamaican, so I'm going to represent my people and my culture when and wherever. Here's my thing. Y'all having a brunch / housewarming. Why the fuck are y'all having it at somebody else's house? Because Sean was right the whole time when y'all was looking for houses. Y'all needed a backyard. Y'all needed this. Y'all needed that. So at the end of the day, you have to have your function at somebody else's house because you picked the wrong house, or you wasn't listening to Sean when he was telling you the things that y'all were going to want to end up having in the long run. Again, if TT wasn't trying to do what she was trying to do and basically spend Sean money, she would have known that they got the wrong place. So I can't wait to see their house because she did all of that and then had an event at somebody else's house. Weirdo. And she keep trying to get Sean to move to LA for full time. Sean is like, girl, I make my bread in Jamaica. What makes you think that I'm about to live here? She like, I understand you're under a lot of pressure, this, that, and the third. And he like, look, if they can create a connecting flight from LA to Jamaica, cool. I would do this all day, every day. He like, you could have moved to Jamaica. I didn't create the distance. See, like my job been the same the whole time we was together. You the one basically chasing this TV shit. And he's got a fucking point because TT, that's all you're doing. You're literally willing to move to LA, shake up your whole family dynamic just so you can continue to be on this show. Girl, get the fuck out of here. With no real storyline. Get the fuck out of here, like. So Sam was in the court, Sam come out the courthouse, Sam in Egypt. Like I said, Egypt wobbling like a motherfucker. I just don't even think he should be putting her through this because, nigga, what if you go to jail? You're putting her through all this emotion and all this stress about your shit, like some dumbass shit you did that you could have put her in the middle of as well. So he comes out, and they in the car and they talking about the fact that his next case is sentencing and his possible is 1 to 4 years with no more than 2 years of probation. And my thing is, Egypt is crazy. Like, he was already a divorcee. He already had fucking kids. He's already older than you. What the fuck made her think that this was the nigga that she should get with? And he was basically fucking jobless. No, yo. Egypt gotta be a fucking disappointment to her family. Like, not even saying, like, you can pick who you love, but she gotta be a disappointment because how she ain't see none of these red flags. And the fact that Egypt and Tretch ain't see none of these red flags and still let this shit go down is fucking crazy as well to me, too. Like, what? And Egypt is basically talking about she ride or die no matter what. Egypt, you're a child. You're probably not even going to love this man when you're 30. It is no way. I don't even feel like when she turns 25, 26, she will love him the same. Like, her brain ain't even fully developed. And Sam is molding it the way he want. And Sam telling Egypt, like, yeah, the baby come first, this, then, the third. Do it. Because all the shit that you've been doing doesn't give me the vibe that your wife or your child comes first. And then the baby is a month out. Come on, Sam. And we know you're not an innocent person. You definitely made plenty of mistakes. Plenty of mistakes you made. But this is probably the biggest and dumbest one because you risking the check she was making from the network. Granted, it gave you a storyline, but you risking the story, you risking the check from the network. And then you risking your whole family dynamic by the possibility of you going to jail. And then his sentencing is 2 days after the wedding and a few weeks before the baby is due. So Sam just fucked. Egypt about to be stressing. These next couple episodes are going to be major for Egypt's mental. Like, I can't wait to see how it play out. So Easy in the next scene basically calls TT and he like, ooh, do you mind if I bring a +1? She's like, let's see what her reaction is. It's TT asking Eric, is it a female friend that he bring into the function? TT said you can bring a friend, don't worry. Here's the thing. She said that now, but she ain't gonna be happy once she figure out who it is. So he's like he's standing on some corner waiting for somebody. So a car pull up. And it's fucking little Romeo. Sir, why are you here? the way you stormed off the show, and that could be why Boogie not on the show no more, because shit almost got real between Boogie and Romeo. So I'm giving very much. Romeo said I come back, but as long as Boogie not there, that's all I can imagine, because there's no way. What is Romeo? See, that's how you know Master P took that man money, because why is Romeo back on this show? He was so above this show at first. He was so above a show that he created, like, and you didn't like that they would always bring up you and Angela as part of a storyline. Nigga, you're talking about Angela right now. You roll up on Eric, and the conversation you having with him is whether or not you're gonna be comfortable around some of these people. He talking about it never sat well with his spirit. Romeo, what are you there now because it didn't sit right with your spirit, or are you there now because the rap snack checks is gone, or that they never came in? And now that you're a father, you feel like, see, I'm telling you, all this is Romeo basically trying to get the one up on Angela. So he's basically willing to come back on the show now that his scenarios is level with Angela. Like, no, nigga, talking about I'm willing to come back and admit that I was wrong. Romeo, I ain't buying none of this shit. I'm not buying none of these reasons why you're back. I'm not buying none of the reason why you're back, bro. I think you're there just like everybody else for a check. And don't sit in the confessionals and try to gaslight her. And then he sat there from last season. He basically called her a fucking Instagram thot, and he thought that shit was gonna fly over easy. Right. So when she approached him at the going away party last year, she was in the right place to do that, because he sat there and did it on camera. So she like, why can't I approach you on camera? And he want to talk about it in real life. No, you're a fucking weirdo. And then, like I said, Master P, the way they showed up to that fucking reunion episode, and it was hella people, like he came like 6, 7 deep. Like, nigga, what did you think was about to happen? Like, what? But the thing, who's to say, hey, you would hope Angela even show up. So Romeo, you doing all of this, all of that, and I would be so happy if Angela ass don't even show up, because you're trash, bro. Like, no. I mean, I'm here to see what it give, but I'm not here for him acting like this ain't an opportunity for him to try to throw shit in people's face. Like, but so he said he got love for Angela, but beef it with JoJo. JoJo made it a big deal, bro. You about to keep playing in my sister's face, and you think I'm not gonna say shit? How the fuck do you think you about to talk about this nigga's sister and he not feel away? Like, nigga, you basically called his sister a hoe, and you thought that shit was supposed to slide. He said fuck you. So of course you got a problem. Yeah, I got a problem with the fact that you tried to call my sister an Instagram thot. You really tried to call fucking Angela an Instagram thot and make it seem like JoJo wrong for defending his sister. If somebody called one of his sisters an Instagram thot, he would want to fucking fight them. So he should be glad that JoJo didn't smack the shit out of him, for real. And now, I mean, hopefully, Romeo's saying he coming with good vibes, so hopefully they, shit can go well, but I just don't see it. Because first and foremost, TT gonna be mad as shit. All of them gonna be mad because all of them remember how he left the show. So, we back at the event. I guess they about to try it in the show with the event. So Sequoia already there. She running down the list with them. Romeo is like on his way there. But my thing is, nigga, you supposed to chill. You supposed to show up with Eric. Like, you're not supposed to come by yourself. Like, don't come by yourself because you don't even know what this fucking whole room about to give. Like, I don't understand why Sequoia and TT talking about whether or not she's dating. She's thirsty as shit for a Twist. She's not dating, right? But Twist curved her. Why the fuck was Sean say he had a crush on Twist? Here go Romeo back. He back on the show in the confessionals with the stupid ass scriptures talking about what is it, what is apologizing really? Trying to be all philosophical. No, sir, you need to fucking eat shit right now before you walk into this function, because it's not gonna go well. So like I said, they end the episode with that, and of course they don't even show him pulling up. And whole time they didn't even let us know that Eric was in the car with him. So I guess they did pull up together. I guess he did pull up by himself. Right. Yeah. Hopefully next week shit don't go left with Romeo coming on there thinking that he back in the show. And the preview I can't even take. So I'm out of here. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. That was Growing Up Hip Hop, Season 7, Episode 8, Romeo. To title that shit that and not have enough Romeo was just corny as fuck, but whatever. All right, y'all.